So I love my HR Star, and the custom dark, yeah, that sounds really cool too, but sometimes I just want something that's in between those two. Not too bright, not too dark. And then Jody sent me this. So this is Jody's new DVHR. So pretty much this mouthpiece has been glued to my saxophone for the last couple of weeks, and I absolutely love it. In fact, I love it on all of my altos. But to really show you why it's a great combination of all the features that I've been looking for in a mouthpiece, I think we need to start our journey with the HR Star. So let's have a listen to the HR Star first. Then I want to show you the custom dark, and then I'm going to show you the DVHR and tell you why this, I think, is a brilliant mouthpiece. So I'm going to play all of these on my Zebra sax. You can check out the video about that up here. And I'm using a Leger Signature Cut 2.5 reed. I'll use the same reed for all of them. And I'll also use Jody's Power Ring ligature for all of these as well. Here we go. Okay, so that's the HR Star. Doesn't it sound amazing? And you know, for less than £200, like 219 US dollars, that's a stonking value mouthpiece. I've talked about this a lot on my channel. I think if you're stepping up from a Yamaha 4C, that is a brilliant first upgrade mouthpiece. And I do like it because it is nice and bright, but sometimes it's a little bit too bright for me, which is why the next mouthpiece I'm going to show you is a custom dark. And this is a mouthpiece that I played a lot actually over the last few years because it is so dark and mellow. Have a listen. When I listen back to that, actually, that sounds really nice. I do like the sound of the custom dark. It's a lovely mouthpiece, and it's, you know, it's rich and it's round, but sometimes I feel, even though it's got such a lovely sound, sometimes I feel like I want something just a bit more bitey. I want a bit more of that when I'm playing something, particularly something commercial. And that's why I was interested to have a look at this DVHR. So this is kind of like the hard rubber version of the really, really popular DV that Jody's been making for years. Now this is actually the DV New York. I have got a standard DV, but it's such a popular mouthpiece amongst our tutors. I've actually given it to Chris from the Sax School tutor team. He's using it at the moment and absolutely digging it too. Now look, I don't know all the details about mouthpieces, but what I can tell you is there's a really cool thing on the facing of the DV mouthpieces. Jody has created these extra cutouts that apparently make a difference to the body of the sound. And what's really interesting is with this new DVHR, Jody's managed to recreate that cutout in a hard rubber mouthpiece. Now I've got to say, it's not the material that the mouthpiece is made from that makes the most difference to the sound. So just because it's metal won't mean it's bright, just because it's hard rubber doesn't mean it will be dark. It's got to do with the internal shape of the mouthpiece. That's where all the magic happens. So you can have a dark metal mouthpiece, you can have a bright hard rubber mouthpiece. However, some of us prefer the shape and feel of a metal mouthpiece, and others prefer the shape and feel of a hard rubber. Now I'll be honest with you, for about 20 years I was playing on this Yanagasawa metal mouthpiece on my alto, and at the same time I was using a Godala mouthpiece on my tenor. So these two felt really similar for me when I was swapping between the two of them. But these days I'm playing on a hard rubber mouthpiece on my tenor, so guess what? I really feel more comfortable on a hard rubber mouthpiece on my alto. That's just what suits me. So that's why I'm curious to see this DVHR and see if it combines the sound of the DV with all the comfort things that I like of a hard rubber mouthpiece. Okay, enough waiting around. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like. Man, that's such a lovely mouthpiece. I just want to keep playing it all the time. So what I really like about the DVHR is it's got a brightness to it like the HR, but it's also got a lot more body to it like the custom dark. So for me, it really fits between those two. Why is that important? Well, if you're the sort of player that does a variety of playing situations, then you need something that's versatile. And for me, this is the most versatile Jody Jazz mouthpiece that I've come across. I could imagine that you could play this comfortably in a concert band setting or in a big band, but you could also go and do a pop gig with it or play in a funk group and still cut through. But it's not going to be too bright. So I love the HR Star as a step-up mouthpiece, and if that's your first upgrade from something like a Yamaha 4C, then that's a great choice. But if you've got the budget to stretch to something like this, you're going to get a much more versatile mouthpiece. Just give you a lot more options in your playing. I hope you find that useful. I'd love to know though if you're playing a Jody Jazz mouthpiece at the moment. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Jody Jazz artist. I just love his pieces, and more importantly, I love the way that he is helping our students inside Sax School to make really good mouthpiece choices, and a lot of our members are now playing Jody's pieces. So I'd love to know what Jody Jazz mouthpiece you're playing, so let me know in a comment down below. And if you'd like to know more about what we are doing with our members in Sax School, then there's a 14-day trial running at the moment too, and you can find a link for that down below too. Whatever you're doing though, keep practicing hard, and I'll catch you on the next lesson with some more saxophone tips to help you play even better.